These are the best traction setups of 2023. What's up guys, Vinny here with Sneaker Tweaker and welcome back to another video. As mentioned, these are the best traction setups in basketball shoes in 2023 in my opinion. And my opinion, as you guys know, are facts. Just kidding, but pay attention because they're pretty damn accurate. So without further ado and skipping all the BS, let's get to number 5. And number 5 is the Zoom Freak 5. So the Zoom Freak 5 was honestly a pleasant surprise to me when I saw the silhouette. And you know, they always say don't judge a book by its cover, but I did, I'm not gonna lie. The Zoom Freak 5 is actually not just one of the best traction setups in my opinion of 2023, but it is one of my favorite basketball shoes of 2023. And on this list, it's ranked number 5 in the best traction setups. These shoes grip the floor so hard, they actually made me trip. So if this is number 5, damn, there are 4 other shoes better than this. I mean, that's crazy. These things though, they have a multi-directional traction pattern, and not only did it grip the floor extremely well, had a nice loud squeak, and on top of that, dust didn't really affect these things too much at all. Another bonus is, as much as I played in these, and you can kind of tell like the rubber is kind of pliable, there was very little to none wear and tear on these, and that to me was absolutely amazing and just a pleasant surprise. And like I said, number 5, we have the Zoom Freak 5, and these things were amazing. At number 4, we have the LeBron 21 and the LeBron Next Gens. As you guys can tell on a lot of these lists, I'm going to pretty much pair these up unless I don't have to, which there are some lists that I'm not going to pair these up. However, this one, it is going to be paired up. Now, both the Next Gens and the 21s feature a multi-directional traction pattern. Both of them are absolutely amazing when it comes to biting through dust and just overall stopping on a dime. I didn't have any issues with either of these shoes, just being able to play on dusty courts, clean courts, I mean clean courts obviously, but dusty courts, and I rarely had to wipe. Not only that, I would say they're both also decently durable. I would say the Next Gens are a little bit more durable when it comes to the outsole, but both of them are decently durable when it comes to their traction setup, and you do get a nice squeak out of both of them. These are a little bit louder though. So at number 4, we have the LeBron 21 and the Next Gens, and it's honestly surprising to me that LeBron's shoes have been making this list, or the best traction list, for the last 2 years now. At number 3, we have the Curry brand Curry Flow 11. So these shoes, most of you know that when you do play on a clean court, nothing bites the floor like these things do. Now they are silent, but they are deadly, just like a fart, but it is true. They are pretty damn silent. I mean, they don't squeak. It's a foam outsole, but it does stop like crazy. I mean, the bite is absolutely insane. However, there's a big caveat to that. If there's dust present, you might as well just wear ice skates and just get to the rink, because these things are going to be sliding. Whenever it is a clean court, these things bite like no other. And on top of that, because I do also take durability into account when I do rate traction, these things aren't going to be the most durable, especially if you're going to be playing outdoors. Now indoors they're going to be really durable, but whenever you do play outdoors, because it is a foam outsole, this is going to grind down pretty quickly. The other shoes I have on this list, they're all rubber outsoles, and I couldn't necessarily put these at the bottom because of that, just because the traction in itself, again, is absolutely insane. But that dust issue and then just the outdoor thing does keep me from placing it at number 1. And because it isn't at number 1, there are 2 other shoes at the very least better than these. At number 2, we have the Puma All Pro Nitro. I always have to kind of stop myself and think about it before calling these the Clyde All Pros, because essentially they are the second version of the Clyde All Pros, but these are the All Pro Nitros. Biggest difference is that the cushion setup is a little different with these using nitro foam as opposed to their pro foam. And I gotta say that we're not talking about cushion, and we are talking about traction, and the traction on these things are absolutely insane. These things, not only, I mean, you get a nice durable rubber outsole, but these things literally will bite any floor. I played on I guess, a large variety of floors when it comes to these shoes in particular, and they were able to bite like crazy. They were able to stop on a dime literally on any floor, and dust literally did not bother these things. I gotta, like, honestly, I forgot to wipe most of the time playing in these shoes just because they constantly were able to grip, and I wasn't thinking, oh, I better wipe these or else I'm gonna eat it. And yeah, these things are absolutely amazing. These are my number 2 pick, and because these are my number 2 pick and these are, like I said, absolutely insane, there's another shoe that's better than this, which is absolutely wild, because these things pretty much have a perfect traction setup. But before we get to that, we do have an honorable mention, and our honorable mention for today is the Serious Player Only Player One Plus. I believe that's the one, right? Yeah, all right. I just had to double check because the name in itself is long. It's almost like the Kobe AD NXT 360 Fast Fit. Yeah, all that. Anyway, speaking of Kobe's, they are a brand based on Kobe. So they essentially started this brand because of Kobe. Their logo is the 4 a.m. logo because of Kobe's historic work ethic, being at the gym at 4 a.m. I gotta say, they have been doing amazing things when it comes to their shoes. They started off essentially, I don't want to say copycat brand, but more of a Kobe inspired brand, and they have been doing great things as far as just starting to create their own product and just basing it off the Kobe foundation though. And one of the biggest things with Kobe shoes, particularly like the 9s and the 8s, was Kobe shoes had amazing traction, and one of the most consistent setups in a basketball shoe line we've seen. And with these are no exception. They took note of that really almost, I mean, pretty much perfectly. The traction setup on the Serious Player Only Player One Plus is absolutely insane. Not only that, but the rubber that they use, because it is an overseas brand, is super durable, and it's able to bite through pretty much any and all floors you'll play on. I mean, if you guys are needing a shoe to bite through some dusty ass courts, and if that's where you play, and I know some of the places I played at, like one of my local rec centers, some of the shoes I played in, I was like, it was ice skates over there. But these things didn't have any trouble when it came to that. It is an amazing traction setup. It's super loud and squeaky, so for those of you that like that feedback, it's going to be there. But as I mentioned, it's also durable, and it's able to actually bite and bite hard. And there is another shoe that I think and I know is even better than this. At number 1, we have the Way of Wade, or Wade 8083 and 8083 Ultra. I mean, this line, the 8083 line, has been absolutely insane. I mean, Way of Wade in general, and you have you guys see the Way of Wade 10s behind me as well. One of their biggest highlights and their biggest strengths, and I mean, that's not saying too much because they have a lot of strengths, but their one big thing on top of everything else is their traction setup. The Wade 8083 and the 8083 Ultra have absolutely insane traction, and honestly, I believe these have the 2 best traction setups of 2023. The Wade 8083, the regular, has an absolutely loud and screeching squeak as well, so if you guys love that feedback, like, you really can't get better than this. But the traction and the bite, both of them, I would say, are pretty damn similar. Now, the 8083 Ultra does use their tough OS rubber outsole, so this thing is more built to play outdoors. But I believe, I mean, this is a pretty damn thick rubber setup, so you're gonna more than likely be able to play outdoors with these as well. But these things are absolutely insane. I mean, not even half, like, you're literally gonna play in these and forget that you need to wipe. And I'm not talking about, you know what, I'm talking about your shoes, so get your mind out of the gutter. These things, like I said, are my favorite traction setup of 2023, and the list was no slouch. I mean, all of the shoes mentioned on this list are top tier elite traction, and this is one of the most stacked years we've had just of overall performance in basketball shoes, and traction has been a big highlight, and the fact that these are at the top should say something. Now, a lot of people also ask us where we get our basketball socks from. The answer
is from Amazon. They come in a pack of 3 that costs just as much as 1 pair of Nike Elite socks. The ones we have are these 2 muted colors, which the white one and the black one, and they are quarter length. So if you guys like quarter length, they have them available in that, but they also have them in the high top version. Like I said, they come in a pack of 3 that costs just as much as the Nike Elites, and these are pretty much the same thing but without the Nike branding. They're cushioned, they're ventilated, and they're amazing socks, and they last a long time. If you guys do want a pair, hit the link in our description down below and go grab yourselves a pack. Not a pair, grab yourselves a pack.
This essentially is my list of the best traction setups of 2023. And like I said, you know, what I say are facts. It's not just an opinion. Just kidding. Everyone has their own opinion. This is mine. And you really can't go wrong with any of these setups. If you guys do have a different list than me, let us know your list down below. If there are any other shoes or any other brands you guys would like us to highlight, again, comment down below. For more content like this, please like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.